Spring in Alaska is an amazing and welcome time of year. After a long winter finally releases icy grip, hearing the telltale song of the sparrows, we know spring is upon us. In what feels like the snap of a finger, the grass and the birch trees come to life with new leaves and a sea of green. The thing we most look forward to, besides the mass migration of birds to Alaska, is the wildlife newborns and all the winter hibernators venturing out of their dens. And on this day, it was a double treat. I ran across a black bear sow and her 3 one-year-old cubs. This was not just any little bear family. This was the same troop I captured last year and almost the same spot that was in the video of the black bears and dandelions. And I'll leave a link to that video in the description for you. It was a special and very satisfying sight to see that all 3 cubs had made it through the winter. When I found the bears, Mom and 2 of the cubs were feasting on dandelion shoots, and the 3rd cub was up in a tree behind them napping away. It's incredible how at ease these bears are sleeping in the trees, just draped over a limb with his leg dangling over the side. The bears were just off the side of a gravel road higher up in the Chugach Mountains. This time of year, the black bears are a little easier to find. Anywhere you can find dandelions in high concentrations, you'll find the bears as one of their favorite treats. And today, that's exactly what this little bear family was enjoying. After a bit, a car went by and spooked the other 2 cubs up in the tree with their sibling, and up they went. Such proficient and quick climbers. Once they found a limb they liked, they settled in a nap time routine also. So fun to watch these guys napping without a care in the world, with eyes shut and legs dangling over the sides of the limbs. A little bit about the black bears. In the summer, the sow will mate with more than 1 boar, and the fertilized eggs will go into a suspended state until fall and implant if the sow is healthy enough to support her and resultant cubs throughout the winter. She'll give birth during the winter in the den, and she can have up to 4 cubs. In most regions, the cubs will stay with mom for up to 18 months before she finds a new suitor and starts the process all over again and kicks her cubs loose. But in Alaska, the sow will keep her cubs with her for 1 more year due to the harsh conditions. She may breed about every 3 years. So luckily for these little tykes, they'll get 1 more year with mom before having to explore the world on their own. Now a little bit about the photography conditions. Today I was using the Nikon Z9 and the Nikon 200-500 5.6 lens to be able to get the focal lengths I needed to be able to change it with whatever desired compositions I needed. It was a little overcast day, and early in the morning hours the sun is very high here in Alaska, giving everything a harsh backlight, making exposure a tad more tricky than it already can be, as the black bear are hard to expose for their deep black hair. In a lot of conditions, all you can do is high key the image when the bears were in the tree. But luckily when they descend down to the ground out of the tree, there was enough shade from the trees to bring the harsh of the sun down for easier exposures. Focus was a bit tricky with the cubs in the tree also. For the most part, you had to use single point focus to get through the limbs of the tree, and any black bear eye is hard to find with any autofocus system in this situation. But again, once out of the tree, the focus systems in wide area work great. For video, everything I recorded was in 4K 120 frames a second. As more time went by, Mom decided it was nap time for herself, and she bounded up the tree and grabbed her a branch also and dozed off. The entire bear family was having a nice little bear siesta. About 20 minutes later, one of the cubs stirred and made its way down the tree and back to feasting on the dandelion shoots. And a few minutes later, another cub joined it, and then the 3rd. After a bit, Mom sat up on her tree limb, stretched, and came down to join the 3 cubs. Not much later, the cubs got spooked by another car and back up the tree and once again napped, or just rested and watched lazily of their surroundings from the tree while Mom worked the roadside enjoying her dandelion snacks. Again, so fun to be able to just sit and watch this family of bears. A while later, the cubs made their way down the tree, and Mom made her way to the base of the tree, and the cubs nursed for a bit. I wasn't able to get any pics as they were down lower from the road and way too close to the edge of the road for me to peek over safely to get any images of it. After a bit of nursing, Mom crossed to my side of the road between my truck and a friend's car that we were standing next to. Then after a short wait, two of the cubs joined Mom across the road. And then eventually the third cub got brave enough to cross the road and ran behind my truck. After a quick snack on this side of the road, the family bounded up the mountain and into the brush and out of sight. I love spring in Alaska, as these are some of the sights I get to see and photograph. And I'll say it again, you're never bored in Alaska. Folks, as always, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you are, please like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification button so you don't miss any of the videos we put out. And to help out the channel even more, think about becoming a member of the channel for less than the cost of a cup of coffee. Plus, you get a little bear icon next to your name in the comments, and from time to time I interact with the members on feedback and updates of what's going on behind the scenes. So everyone, until next time, get outside and go run that shutter.